Greetings, everyone. Okay, this is me again here, as you know. And if you don't know, I'm an ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. So, what is this? Really a talk on human welfare and vulnerable people, how we can help organizations around the world prevent crimes before they occur, if we can try, prevent people from hurting others. All this. So on this, and then of course I'll go to my former religion and show you again the thing I went on, but like perhaps this time let's see how I can't, not reliable. And since I keep questioning myself as to in this agony, I'm Ali, as I was a Shia, so I read in Najl Balagha. Okay, it's buffering here. Imam Ali says, Imam, the height of the height of agony is restlessness. So when I got separated, I left my school because it was, I don't know, unconsciously maybe, and there was some restlessness. So I left my Karachi American school, and then the rumors followed me in O levels, another school, that I kissed a girl, and that's why I was kicked out of Karachi American school. And that was very shocking for me, like someone suffering. And this is how some people are in Karachi, whoever they were, to spread this false rumor against me. Someone in so much pain, I don't know how someone could do this in Karachi. Right, so a girl came, a student there, a junior to me, and told me, you're a nice person, but I've heard about you this. She came with a friend, Ali. So there was this Aisha Subhani in Center for Advanced Studies. And my ex-friend was with me. She used to tag along with me, right? I don't know why. So there's this new student also, and her brother, a very nice brother and sister. So then I got to know them, and her brother, Shariar, Alia and Shariar, I think, the brother. So this and the crisis, the restlessness. So Imam Ali says the height, right? So it's 5 years, no, for 5.5 around, tentatively 6 years. It felt like thousands of years had passed in this restlessness. So I couldn't do much, like right now I can't do much properly, and it was very difficult for me to go to school also. So, but I was going to therapy, I was going for therapy and all this. Anyhow, to bring my thing out, and then with the family, I've brought many things out now, compelled or even not properly. And you know how in India, the ones who came here, they said they're Indians, or they are actually Muslims, but they pretended to be Indians to give a bad name to Indian. Hindus or ex-Hindus, atheists, Indians. Don't know what this is. Okay, so whether they, because recently I exposed KL's lies and all this exaggeration on the Quran ayats. Not only exaggeration, but lies and all. So I don't know if there are these Muslims doing this, pretending to be Indians, and they can, in real life, there are scammers and, fraudsters and all this. Like one of my cousins here in Dubai, right, with the family backing everything, Dubai, with wastas, his father, millionaire in UAE. Actually, we were billionaires or something, right? At one time before the Iran-Iraq war. So, knowing the Sheikh of Sharjah, they could But the son, a Pakistani just ripped off embezzled money. And then they abscond. I usually abscond or I don't know where I say abscond, out of bounds. I'm out of bounds, sorry. So spelling mistakes and many mistakes like this. Like in college, I went to my principal after the logic class test, and I said, I got confused with this. So she said, vice versa, how you confuse others. Also, I even confused her about whether whiz or vice versa. I was confused in the test, wanting to write vice versa. Think, should I write whiz? Oh. So a small spelling mistake, like I'm spellbound. Now I know they put me a long time ago. So continuing through the crisis, and then God helped me. And I was wishing for emptiness and guilty, going to my teacher for reconciliation and backfiring terribly and things like that. I was really messed up, really messed up in my life. After the separation and leaving Karachi American School, they said the separation would be really good, severing ties completely, because it's an unhealthy relationship. So then, then what happened is after 2 years in college, that I was in college now, and God gave me this amazing emptiness. And then something happened to me. So I was thinking maybe this is reincarnation, or the line for something was thinning. Like there was in college with my principal. So I was wondering whether someone has done black magic on us, or it's evil. I really started to wonder, because I wasn't like that, and I've never indulged or dreamt of something like this. Why with the principal? She's like 30 decades older to me, and she's got 3 sons, and my previous teacher, whom I was emotionally very attached to from childhood, like when I joined Karachi American School, that was 9 years old. I started to get like 10, around 10. Oh, right, what is this? Like, I couldn't dream of this, right? Affection and romance, different for boy, girl. Even if a girl came naked in front of me, I wouldn't, or, show her cleavage or sleeveless or even her stomach. But since the rumors came and, they separated me, I think I became very vulnerable. Even though I know that I'm straight, started to think, like, I don't know what this weird kind of in the air, or even like I felt especially on my father. I don't know whether it's right, but I just felt it, sensed it in 1989 also. God knows who put this in his mind, or someone. I just felt it. He didn't say anything. And he seen me with, oh God, he caught me with someone I wanted to marry, and so we were, okay, so, school, I met him in another school when I left CS, and then that school closed, and I went back to the CS. Oh, been quite a roller coaster ride. So how cruel people are, how boldly this person, Sharif Khan, and I was complaining, like, I was thinking there's no one, at that time when he came, there's no one to help me here. No one comes here, right? And so they can say this, like, oh, it's only you and I, and all this, right? And so I realized, sorry, Indians also. I'm going to be very blunt and right with you about your people also, and to my own detriment, of course. The gurus and all this. So what is this? Right, the attitude problem that I've seen people here also, Indians, sometimes, not in Filipinos, or maybe not even in Nepalese, Sri Lankans, but okay, but maybe when these Indians they know. So I created more problems for myself, just a little more, because I can avoid these problems here and even outside, where the attitude of Indians are kind of cold, or they're not really like. And then on the other side, Pakistanis and Arabs, Middle Eastern and Iranis were very warm people and very emotional, and we get uh, sometimes of course there's clemency and mercy, and we forgive and we forget, like a family fight, and then all the abuse coming out, and then we're just next moment we're just back to normal. Sorry, friends, no family members. uh, but in the Christian, like my teacher wouldn't take, some people can't take, so that's in the Christian side too, they can't take that, if you slap what Jesus Christ said, take the hit on the other cheek, slap. Huh. So yeah, so this so what is this really with Indians also? Anyways, there's no one to discuss. They won't come. Maybe Sharif Khan will come again, right? Because he needs to hurt someone. I think he's a psychopath, like the way I saw, the way he very boldly here, right? Would a covert narcissist do this? Would a narcissist, or does he come to close to a psychopath who boldly wants to say that you have to behave yourself, you have to do this, you have to do that, telling me what to do and what not to do, and all, completely, out of like, sorry to put it this way, but like, is he on drugs, or there are people like jerks out there? Sorry, and UAE, like I have these, my country. I'm sorry, I would don't mean to, but it's. I hope you understand. Don't mean to cross the lines, and also with the community guidelines here on social media, and with UAE, I'd like to respect that. You see, right now, I can't say what, and UAE has been helping me financially, and my father and three of our family members, UAE is helping, And sometimes I feel, oh my God, no, I'm a burden to my country, father's country, actually. So we're emotional, and yeah, continuing from there, like, so when, they say, like, when Imam Ali, when Prophet Muhammad died, after that, he kept silent for 30 years, my father told me, I'm not sure. So they took the caliphate, they didn't allow, they snatched away, the imamat, like Allah wanting Imam Ali. And then when you don't have the money, you are a beggar, and now I've seen even Indians, very attitude problem. It's like, and cunning lies, spy, whether they're Indian, Hindus, or what has happened here. Just want to also understand. I can't understand this. Yeah, but in my condition, if let me live in London, study my school, they jeopardized, you see. Although, like, in our culture, it's okay, like, but I got a Goan Christian, right? Pakistani. Now, and so her ways were different, and they're very strict. Some of them Goan Christians, like not all of them, but so and you would think, I'm the Christian because forgive and forget and gali bhi de diya, and no, in Karachi we're like this, and no rules, like, oh, it was like at that time in 1979, 78, like you could wake up your driver's not sleeping, they have no time, like lunchtime. Now later on, even in Karachi, in 1990s, our work wants to sleep in the daytime. But before that, anytime, driver, chalo, let's go, driver. Anytime. no afternoon sleep or anything. But when I came to Dubai, I found it quite strange that the workers in my father's family side, their house, my grandmother's house, sleep in the daytime, and that's it. You can't wake them up or no. But our drivers, our workers in 1979 to 1983, 85 until 87, 88. Yeah, until we went to the new house. Like they never slept in the afternoon and all this or any kind of no kind of nakhras or any we didn't have any rules like that. Friends could come over our houses, our gates, our doors were open. Like at that time, it was laid back in Karachi. Like they didn't have to call us to come. Like they could just come in, come. Those were the days, the old. So, but we have our emotional, and then we have our, but the Indians, I think they're more seasoned. They're not that emotional. Indian Hindus, I'm not sure if I'm even doing justice to this. So yeah, I'm just ranting, just trying to figure out here what this is and how we can. But so there are some good things about. Like I love the warmth and going to the Imam Barkas. But going to a church was quite different. Going to a Catholic church is different. Protestant church was different, and so in London, I'm proud to be a Shiite, and like that, and the grass is always green on the other side. That's so I couldn't decide like which culture is better than the other, or because we have the warmth, and I love that, and the Christian. Like too much strictness is not good, but I also became very strict, being brought up like the way I was by my. I was with my teacher, right, very close to her, family friend now. So I don't know, missing. So it's they told me in the mobile shop in Karachi that one mobile they put everything, not everything, and then the other mobile has this, and this how it is. So I don't know why they do that. Some things are missing. So you guess you have to be rich to afford two of them. Because it's always like this and this. It's not sound is not good. Okay, the sound is good here and this mobile. So it was difficult for me to decide now with limited money in Karachi also which mobile to buy really, or even if I had the money to afford an expensive one. I see here an expensive one. So something or the other is missing. So all that missing and everything just so reading Jiddu Krishnamurti coming across it was the greatest thing in my life at that time. The worst, another hell I was going through of this distance mind control. Okay, let's see now which psycho like Sharif Khan or Hussein or is Athari Hambali wants to come in and tells me to be this Sharif Khan all the time on psychiatrist, stuck on, obsessed with psychiatry about me, right? But I don't think he will rest. Maybe he's gone out. Poor friends, the normal ones. Just be careful. Well, why would you, right? Maybe he's got a group of. Maybe we're used to this psychopaths and boldly coming here, putting so rude. Like Lo Macedo, like Indians, you're so used to this also. So yeah, against you have, of course, with us to say against Islam, right? Oh my God, this is like devastating, dear Indian Hindus. Is this called Diwali? Like, it should, Diwali, these kind of practices, it should evolve. What is this, crackers and all this? sounds half silent. Unfortunately, and people getting hurt, it's finding a good word is impossible. This is his thought, right? So, and why am I anti-Indian? So you see, Loy Macedo has got he's intact. Thank God. So he was a Christian, and now I don't, but Christian Indian, and he talks sense. He makes sense. Like, see, and he talks properly, like he was explaining that it's not anti-Indian. Like, who's this guy? O'Broy, Kaushal O'Broy, who came Indian, telling me I'm anti-Indian because I exposed the lies they were and the deception. You being anti-Indian. Okay, now you see this anti-Hindu. See how much time now is going on this? But this is very important that I put time on this now and leave my former religion alone for some time. I will be coming to this, slow, showing step by step. So anyone, right? Anyone? Also, I was like inside the feeling that I don't get foreigners, I get this. Sorry to put it this way, right? Like no, how to put it? UAE. So, why do I get such cruel, rude people here? I wanted to say garbage, but like my teacher. Once my friend called, she said, "Yellow man, I'll make. You can talk to Miss Desire. The night time, it's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Why are you so afraid? You are missing her and you can't call her. Next day you're going to see her, so you can't wait to call her because you're missing her. And next day you'll see her in school." She said, "Ek to Zara, either, you like me because I'm also Kali." And she said, "Well, black, dark, sorry, brown." And why don't you like me? Why do you? But then she said, "Look, I will, what else?" She planned it, that she will give Mr. Sa a call, like, so, "Hey, ete uche, Salim che, Salim." So she a little bit changed her style, Gujarat, being Kachi. And so Mr. Sa found out, and she said, since we have like 2-3 phone lines, no, one line, but 2-3 phone instruments. And so I picked it up from the other side, and Mr. Sa was like, तुमको खुदा का खौफ नहीं है? तुम लोग को खुदा का तुमको खुदा का खौफ नहीं है? Oh God. खुदा का Mr. Sa हमको क्यों खुदा का? Now in retrospect, it's really embarrassing. Because Zara has become so good-mannered. And हमको खुदा का खौफ क्या होगा, Mr. Sa? पहले तो हमको नहीं था खुदा का खौफ बिल्कुल भी. हम तो ऐसे थे free wild. Empress market जाना है, rabbit लेना है, monkey लेना है. My mother said, "No, not a monkey." Amma gave me 1,000 rupees. That's it. Then my mother gives me. So there's 3,000 for the Russian dog. White, hairy. With all the ticks, oh my God. Then I had to remove. Rather than buying it from my neighbor. Oh, so my neighbor got sick, and like what they do is, I was thinking, because rehem nikal dete na, they don't make you, they make you like get agitated and irritated. So in retrospect, Farooq Ansari, my neighbor, he was a friend of my cousin also when they were in Karachi. So But there was something that I had my reasons to be upset with him. Oh yeah. Okay, so he died early, right? And my cousin, he told me about my cousin. And I thought no, I couldn't trust him, so I trusted my cousin Raju. Raju wanted me to use my wanted me to throw a party, a small one with all his friends, that became my male friends, and their the Boris and all and Faisal, but so we had decided the same. Anyways, that time to take the sofa, we had sofas in the big room. Although I don't know what we had, but so I went away for a little while. I had to excuse myself, and then when I came out, done that, and then Farooq told me against Raju that Raju said very like contemptible this time she left us here doing this work. And then Raju explained to me that he didn't say that, and he managed to convince me. Then we went to, so I was on Raju's side, my cousin. Then we went to a New Year's party, Gymkhana. And then Farooq later on had a very bad, he had bandage around his stomach, kidney problems. So, and then he found my new house. We shifted when he found, and then when he came, he said he went to Imam Raza. He had a carpet business with his brother also in Australia and all this, older brother. And then he went to somehow for the carpet business. He went to Iran, Mashhad, and Imam Raza, and he said he wanted to meet his friend, old friend. Yeah, Imam Raza. So he said, I've come here. I found your house. I said, who gave you the address of my new house? And he said, he said it in a, कि तुम गुटली नहीं खाओ, mango ghee. So don't eat the mango, eat the, fruit, flesh, what do you call it? So, तुम आम खाओ गुटली खाने गुटली से तुम्हें क्या मतलब है? There's a saying and I can't translate it in English. Anyways, he said Zahra's Jannat, and then he died. Said Imam Raza. So that was his only prayer, that may I, Imam Raza, I want to meet my older friend, old years. And he told me that in that house, old house of ours, there were many jinns, and so the tenants now they made it a building flat, right? Anyways, before all this, now in the new house, before this, once Raju took us because they were members of Gymkhana. No, Gymkhana, a New Year's party. So I was wondering I've done, what cruel streak I have in my also. And I remember it during this time that, this lady, again, showing you, so it's easier for me like this. Someone might come. Let's see. So Mel Robbins says, why don't you? Then later on, I'm like, okay, these Americans, although I don't give prior notice also, I can't blame the poor Americans, they're busy and all this, but I get so much help, like, indirectly. Oh, this Mel Robbins. Oh, block them. Why? This is your space. So in one of her, I think this one, like there are various problems of ancestor or past lives, and even the family you don't know in your past life, or what a person you don't know in your past life, right now you don't know, or this and that, right? I can't talk properly. Cut your karma into pieces. So different, like why you have this, what? So I wondered, like, does this come from my family, father's family, the cruel streak, sometimes this or that. Sorry, I have to, and or what? Where does this, irritation, agitation? like Farooq, late Farooq, you're not, oh my God, and I'm looking at him. So it was a New Year's party, and I remember meeting my mother's psychiatrist also, Dr. So at Gymkhana, and now I was, I didn't, I had no, not, I wasn't in Karachi American School, so that pool area and that freedom we had with the bearers, even wouldn't watch us Pakistani workers there. They were so well trained by the Karachi American School, so we could just wear a swimsuit, and it was lovely, comfortable swimming. So Raju showed me, took me to that, where I think I met Dr. Zafar Qureshi, swimming pool, Gymkhana. Oh, when was that? Maybe later. And Farooq, my neighbor, and his brother Ashwaq, and all we were together. But at the dance floor, I don't know who I was dancing with, maybe my two cousins. And Farooq started to dance with, who we call in, what are they called? We call them, I'm sorry, with due respect, Khadra or something, homosexual. But I don't know how to pronounce this, eunuchs. So they're like, so you could just, oh yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this. Let's see if the pronunciation meaning, what the eunuch. Eunuch, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, so that I had to break that cruel karma. The way I was looking at at times, like she was on my right side, and he was. I was very upset. So you can come close to Pretty and being seen. Ooh, yeah. Pretty in pink, show a little tenderness. So I was very sober and serious. And so I can't describe the way I was, really upset. And now I can be a clown here and on Facebook, and I've changed, right? But before, I was like, that's very serious. Oh, and Raju's other friend was there, Yunus. He's gone to America, and oh God. So I was like really shocked in the car when Yunus started to say, like, you're going to become so chubby and fat, and because you're chubby and you're an introvert, so he started to really analyze psychological my behavior, what I am, my nature. I'm introvert and will remain an introvert. And I was really shocked, like how these people, Pakistanis, like I was in Karachi American School, and although I was in Pakistan, I was in Karachi, and I was like going to the cart soup, very, very delicious near my house. And I was having the soup from the cart. We used to go as friends, very delicious. Chicken corn soup. But certain things like in Pakistanis, I start to notice much after leaving Karachi American School. So Karachi American School is a whole new, it's a different, completely different, sorry, not new, it's completely different from I didn't realize that until I left it. From the local schools, and no, I was mixing in with the locals, and then I could go to a high society and low society and whatever you call it, or like a middle class, and just adjust everywhere. Urdu, what do you call that? Urdu market, Urdu, I forgot. Urdu bazaar. And have that nihari from that, and pan from, so, yeah, but then later on, I don't know what happened to that. I got very unhealthy and discriminations. Like, I could spend a night with my maid in the, not the slums, it's like the Kachi Abadi, right? Have tea there. Asked Saru, okay, pan, yeah, I want pan, Saru. You've taken a pan out. But she has the tambaku pan. The moment I put it in my mouth, a little bit, there was that dizzy feeling like, I was like, no, I can't have this pan, Saru. So, Saru was not our maid, her mother-in-law was at that time. Veerbai Masi, very nice, very good. Cheese. So, is there anyone to help us, helpless people? Why would you want to invest in us? So, I guess I'll be running to. No, I don't want to be a burden on Oman. Although they're very good with the. So maybe they. But no, UAE is improving. No, I don't know. I can trust UAE. Yes. But this is very good. Like, with the money, they are very good. If you have scholarship and you go abroad, my father told me that the money comes like in the bank before the first and all this. They're very good at this. And they're very honest in this. The Arabs, the rich Arabs. And there are some great things in it. But last time I was very. Yeah, so we have some things that we need to improve as Arab Muslims. But Louis Al-Sharif, really, I feel so great knowing him, honored and so lovely. And he's from the Middle East. And he's a Muslim activist. So to see such Arab Muslims is amazing. Makes me feel like I don't feel healthy anymore to feel good in myself. But I remember the bar or like salutations, but inside I'm dying. There's a lot of bad feelings, a lot of negativity. It's not healthy. Anyways, but still, like, you at least give me the thing that maybe I can breathe at one time, one moment in my life. Take that breath. And now Sharif Khanta people come to the, you stuck obsessed with the certain. It's like I'm copying Armin Navabi. Obsessed with psychiatry and take meds and ये तो हमारे what is this like they tell people what to do, tell people what to do, and also boldly like. So I wondered. So I found a tarot card reader recently. Her channel, Divinity, the Sunny Divinity number I've forgotten. I think the channel's name is here. And just after this Sharif Khan thing, I found her. Psychopath man wants your blessing, but a video. So let's see, what are these? What is the psychology of these psychopaths? And there is I really was wishing for if a psychologist, good psychologist would come online and help. So there is one Dr. Tamara Hills. So psychopaths, so like what is this? What is this about psychopaths, right? So I read that sometimes they shamelessly boldly, the psychology of psychopaths. Where's that website? I read about them in BBC's BBC Teach. What makes a psychopath and what it's like living as a female psychopath? Yeah, so boldly coming here with no shame, like, trying to take people off balance and say what they want to say, with, like completely out. of bounds. So psychopaths, violent mind, brain scan. I don't think it was this one, but anyways, I suggest there's a genetic basis to psychopathy. Can we spot psychopaths? Forget the. No, it wasn't this one. Let me see if on my other device I've saved this. So they're very bold in their rudeness. No, I can save it in my Firefox. On my other device. Let me see. I searched it, so I'm going to search it again here on my other device. How I searched sociopath. Here I'm getting sociopathy. No, I'm getting the same thing. Healthline. What is and is not. And if you're wondering, you are, maybe you are not. If you're scared that you what makes a psychopath? Is it this one? Scientific Americans. Oh, okay. See, what is a psychopath, right? So we have this great menace also. What is? Now in this shock, I might not, but I'll keep reading. It's not going to, I won't accept it. I'm in a shock, so. Refers to a range of content from BBC, Science Focus, BBC, okay. Can't read it. Sorry, I'm kind of restless also, but to come earlier. Yeah, what else is, focusing on personality disorder. Bold. Where was that boldness in them? They're so bold. Oh, here's how you could be. I think it was this one. Here's how you could be a psychopath and never know it. Oh, it's this one. Sorry, yeah. Definitely this one. Just a minute, please. Agree to the whatever. Psychopathy isn't rare. Just widely misunderstood and overlooked. Isn't rare. Oh my God. I could be one. Let me see the cruel streaks I have. Chances are you crossed paths with a psychopath today. With an estimated 1 in every 100 people. God help us. So. And they never consider going to a psychiatrist. They think the other one should go to a psychiatrist. Other one should behave rather than themselves. It's always the other. Yeah, putting the other down. And chances are, and it could have been the person who held the door for you in the beginning, like this morning. The colleague across the desk. Or Sharif Khan, for sure, right? Someone here on social media. No, so it could be outside. So people blaming me for using social media. Why are you bringing this out here? Oh, and we don't know how to behave ourselves, What the? I don't even say that. What the hell? Like, more hell coming. No. So, the colleague. It could be your neighbor, your partner. Or maybe, just maybe you even. And we don't know it. You see, despite how common psychopathy is, most cases simply go undetected. Many people, oh God, I'm freaking out here. Even though I read this before, I have to lie down and read it. I freak out. Many people with psychopathic traits live their entire lives without ever knowing it. Lolo. Okay, they have some doctor. Most of the time, people are not diagnosed. But I've been to a psychologist a long time ago when I was 15. They didn't diagnose me with psychopathy. Normal. I didn't have any, like Miss Desas coming, so I see her coming or something. Hallucinations or what? Just wishful thinking, just wishing, praying and all this. So I didn't have any hallucinations. Okay, most of the time people are not diagnosed, as Dr. Graham Fairchild, psychology professor at the University of Bath. Sorry, this is a problem if you heard the sound. Sorry. So hope you didn't. Their behavior can be quite extreme sometimes, but they may not know that they're a psychopath at all. While a psychopath may feel like they're different from others, most are quietly navigating in the world among us. Like some of us don't know we are psychopaths. They're not all serial killers in the making. They're not. Okay. In fact, they're likely charming, articulate, and outwardly successful. Oh, God helps our help. And all of those, you out there who are not psychopaths, who are empaths, or truly empaths. I don't want to be an empath, actually. I don't. I became an empath like after whatever happened to me, neurosis. And this is neurosis. What happened to me after separating from my teacher, leaving school, the best is no, the worst decision I took, leaving Karachi American School. And so, yeah, that was neurosis. And if that sounds uncomfortably familiar, whether it's someone you know, because I started to get like restless, and whether someone you know was you felt yourself, something you felt yourself. There are a few questions you might want to delve into. So we have online help here now. We can take tests and all this. We don't have to go to a psychiatrist. This is what I was trying to even, dare not. Like a doctor, if UAE can afford it, during COVID, they had to perhaps not go to the hospital. And well, why can't we have these conferences, Zoom? We can have a meeting because it's for free for us Emiratis here. So we can take an appointment, and actually the psychiatrists are very busy. They gave me an appointment like 1 month after. For my report, I needed a report, psychiatric report by a government here. So that's why 1 month, and they're busy, and oh, it's terrible. How to tell if you're a psychopath? Feeling perturbed? Yes. In any way, yeah, freaking out. In any way uneasy at the thought that you might be a psychopath? Good news. It's fairly unlikely that, I don't know if I can, unlikely you are one. If anyone is concerned about being a psychopath, they probably aren't, explains Dr. Bethwith. So this is what I was like. I have this cruel streak and some violent strictness and all this. So the lady in London was saying, it's not you, it's not you. It's the person who sends evil spirits on you and does black magic on you. It's like this person has our remote control in their hands. If anyone is concerned about, yes, I'm very concerned. Explains Dr. I don't want to hurt anyone or didn't want to hurt. Explains Dr. Beth Visser, Associate Professor of Psychology at Lakehead University, Canada also. The reason is fairly simple. According to leading experts on so-called dark personality traits, psychopaths simply don't think there's anything wrong with them. It's always the other, I think. Yeah, so like Sharif Khan, if anything, they think it's the others. Yes, like Sharif Khan. Right? Telling others what to do, what not to do, how to live their lives, and completely out of, you can, psychopaths are easy to, at least in this case, Sharif Khan's maybe. So definitely a psychopath, thanks to that video and YouTube home feed. I'm getting overwhelmed, sorry. Oh my God. So if anything, they think it's the others who are weak or strange. Weak. Yeah, my teacher couldn't take this weakness of, that's why when I watched Philadelphia later on, this Philadelphia Story, American movie. You know, human frailty, and she taught me not to, like, something disgusting about human frailty, weakness, or strange. They think the other person is weak or strange. Rather than them seeing a problem with their own behaviors, they tell the others, behave. You should behave yourself, like Sharif Khan said here. You should behave yourself as, as a 1K. Oh, what English they have, right? So they have eloquence also in English. Like a 1K YouTube channel. You should behave yourself. He needs it himself, and he's telling going around telling me, I need a psychiatrist. He always comes just it, right? This is the problem. God, so his mother should have looked, or maybe even the mother must have missed that my son is a psychopath. And now his wife is going to miss that, and they are very good actors. This much. You know, like the one who shows you that they care, and this and that. If anything, they think it's the others who are weak. Yeah, and they can't stand the weakness of others. Like I later on couldn't stand. No, that's because I was taught not to. But I mellowed down when saw a liar I couldn't stand, and I had to punish anyone and myself if I caught myself lying. Oh, this seems like, looks like a bit like His Highness Sheikh Khalifa's. Oh, why am I? You see, as I was hitting myself here on the on my leg. Oh, sitting. Oh, no, I didn't do this. So, looked like punching myself here on my knee, a little bit on my, He's got a cone thing on his head. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, late. Okay, I don't think he wants me to even do this to myself. This is something. So, our elders. So there's something about, when they are saints, or maybe His Highness Sheikh Khalifa was a saint, Muslim saint, or a Sufi. Goodness. If anything, they think it's the others. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, and rather than them seeing a problem with their own behaviors, like I used to feel guilty afterwards, and my sister also knows this. She says you do feel guilty after getting angry at me, and says Dr. Nad in Karachi when we were Najah Haim, associate professor in personality psychology and psychopathology at Nottingham Trent University. Then whatever. Can I read the whole? If you're now starting to seriously wonder whether psychopathy might apply to you or someone in your life, there's an important distinction to have in mind. Psychopathy isn't binary. The world isn't neatly divided into people with skulls in their fridges and literal saints. Psychopathy, sorry, I mispronounced it, runs along a spectrum, and there's a lot of gray area. Yeah, before, like my principal, we had this psychology teacher, Miss Mehta. She told me to go to Miss Mehta and so she told Miss Mehta that I only see black and white. I don't see gray. So put some gray in her. So the world isn't neatly, where was I? Sorry. Yeah. So gray area. Psychiatrists and psychologists use various checklists to measure how psychopathic psych, psychopathic an individual is by assessing the personality against a long list of traits. I can't read my eyes, my neck. Ooh, Chinese, I need you to hit that neck of my back. Cross and tuck, 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 tuck. Score. Get well neck. Score very highly on those checklists, and you might be diagnosed with a full-blown psychopathic personality disorder. But more moderate scores can still indicate mild psychopathic tendencies, and many of us will have a few traits, yes. Indeed, according to the likes eminent forensic psychiatrist Dr. Ronald Schouten, 15% of people have almost psychopathy. Have almost. Yeah. This means, like this cruel streak and all this. Well, now you can do, maybe it's karmic or something. You can go to the this lady healer if you would like to change. So if you're scared and all this, and just do that. Cut your karma, cut it. But don't have a diagnosable personality disorder. She will help you, that lady, Lighthouse meditation. Just, Lighthouse, copyrights, see, it's, I think, certified. So what are those traits? Well, the 2009 triarchic model of psychopathy defines it as a mixture of meanness, disinhibition, and boldness. Boldness. See how boldly they come? And no, how can I complain against those Americans, Mel Robbins and all? No one helping me. I feel so terrible. The psychopath test is also there. You see, online, I think you can, criminal behavior. So if you agree with a lot of I'll just skip some statement below a paragraph here. It could give you reason to speak to a professional, but just remember, while these statements come from a real psychological tool, diagnosing psychopathy isn't something that can be done without proper training. Okay, traits like these can show up in all kinds of personalities, and only professionals can assess them in context. But we have a tarot card reader, so, and I have some, but I'm not sure, but I think Sharif Khan, I am quite cold-hearted. I don't tend to feel guilty. No, if I hurt someone's feelings. This is happening a lot, like we see. I tend to be egotistical. Playing to win is more important than playing fair. When things go my way, I tend to be smug about it. I'm skilled in interacting with other people. I can use my emotional skills to change how another person is feeling. We have all kinds of creatures here God has given us. I just blame God, to tell you the truth, in my vicious circle, between Miss Disa, myself, and God. Yeah, there were times I was a child. Okay, I blame myself. I blamed my teacher. Then I went back to God. No, it's you are the problem. You see. I can use my emotional skills to change how another person is feeling. Change how he's. That's what they've done. I know how to get people to do what I want. In the groups, I'm part of manipulation and maneuvering and these traits. expertise, they have skills in maneuvering, manipulating, and they're very calculated. In the groups I'm part of, oh, I'm usually the leader. I'm confident in speaking my mind. Ooh, okay. No, no. You have to have. I sometimes sound. I'm speaking my mind, but what about my heart? What about the heart? Let's talk about love. Celine Dion song. I'm skilled in lots of things. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not. So I can handle high pressure situations. I pride myself on my ability to make split second decisions. Pride myself. Wow, amazing. Right? Haim explains that psychopaths tend to experience what she calls shallow emotions. They often show little fear, remorse, or genuine concern. Genuine concern. But concern, surely they will show. And they may struggle to recognize when others are upset. Oh, or simply appear indifferent to it. Indifference. Mommy, I remember my principal saying, now my car was stolen. So she has said, now who stole my driver? Who stole my driver? And then in the night time she's realized that I'm a scholar. Maybe she's kidnapped my student in my college. Went in a taxi with the driver, and she told me the driver did it. The driver must be involved in this. The car was stolen outside college, right? St. Joseph's College, my car went. So they don't experience strong empathy, but they do it, which makes it easier for them to stay emotionally detached. Cool, calm, destroy lives, say what you want, right? You licensed to do these things. Who gave you the license? Yeah? Your mother? Your father? Or you give it to yourself? And society has given it, because then you see society also uses them because they're very good. Workers. Taba. Emotionally detached. Even in situations I would be deeply affect others. Okay, yeah, this I know. And I also know, my aunt, that they find pleasure. They have this thrill. They find pleasure. Who are these people who find pleasure in hurting others? They can't stand still. Like me, I'm restless now, can't stand still, but, for other reasons. Until they come and they hurt someone, or in their house they hurt a family member. For instance, imagine walking into a room where everyone inside was crying. Yeah, but they feel like, oh, what are these weaklings crying for? Crying for they're weak. Human beings are suffering. We're crying. Get up. Or you do something, start helping these people that you are sitting there crying. Whatever. They don't understand that we are going through a shock and the crying is good, and then, through the steps to come out of the shock. So crying is good. You might feel sad, even if you don't know why they're crying. Oh, they might feel sad. That's surprising. Explains Fairchild. It's like emotional contagion. What's that? But for people with we might feel sad. But for people with psychopathy, the emotions of others don't rub off on them as much. So normal people, or, people without, no. We're also not, no one is normal, but like, can I say that safely? We can adjust to, some of us are good at adjusting to this world and its illusions, and my soul with its delusions, what is it, crimes. Oh, Dua Kumail from the Shia prayer. Oh God, it's like emotional contagion. But it's contagious, you see. Yeah, like if I go to a majlis And then everyone is like, it makes that environment contagious for me to cry then and be sober and all this, right? Sense, Sense and Sensibility by, who was the author? But for people with psychopathy, the emotions are, I read this. No, it doesn't. It's true that some individuals with psychopathy actively enjoy hurting others. That's it. So these are the psychopaths. It's true, says Fairchild. But that's more of a stereotype than a rule. Okay. In reality, most are simply emotionally detached rather than overtly cruel, boldly coming out of their cruelty. Yet spotting a psychopath based on their emotional responses is no easy feat, as Professor Abigail Marsh, a psychology expert at Georgetown University, explains. Many psychopaths are skilled at masking their traits and very skilled, presenting as friendly or even charming. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mummy, you are very charming. So could it be that my principal, I love it, Cherry. We often assume that psychopaths must be unpleasant or unlikable. Assume. So if we enjoy spending time with someone, in my childhood, I wanted to, my mother told me, no, you can't. Yeah, so there's this charm about them. Although I saw her hitting my mother once, I'm like, Amma, can I spend the night here with? I said, no, you can't spend the night here. We tend to rule out the possibility, but that's what if we or unlikable. So if we enjoy spending time with someone, we tend to rule out the possibility, right? But that's a mistake, says Marsh. People with psychopathy often know this and use it to their advantage. Come, so we're gathered together and we're having a great time. And a little gossip here, a little remark there, or something like that. Taunting or something. But most of we could be enjoying with them, definitely, yes. Deliberately, like you're enjoying with us. See how I'm acting here. I could be a psychopath. People with psychopathy often know this. Not that I know, unconscious. And use it to their advantage. Deliberately acting in ways that make it hard to judge them accurately, she says. Manipulation, deception, and superficial charm are all like, we were told Prophet Muhammad was smiling all the time, yeah, but, excuse me, sorry, I have this, some all core traits of psychopathy, which means even those closest to a psychopath, I'm getting very irritated, agitated, can be easily misled. See, Muslims, so the ones who are not psychopaths and want to change, please come, let me help you, and I would be so honored. And so we can help each other, that we can see what I saw. How Prophet Muhammad betrayed everyone. And ironically, I've used Imam Ali's statement. How did Imam Ali find out? Maybe even psychopaths could tell you that, the height of restlessness is agony. So they know. Marsh adds, including friends, partners, and family members. Maybe Shaitan told him. Shaitan told Imam Ali. Shaitan knows a lot. So some good things, some bad things, some smiles, some charm. Put on the charm. Right? They know how to put on the charm. Marsh adds, including friends, partners, and family members who believe they truly know the person. Including partners. You don't know. family members who believe they truly know the person, but they don't. Oh my God, this is. So mother may not know that her child is a psychopath. Father may not know. Wife, spouse, husband, that's it. At sibling, at the siblings. And if the mother doesn't know, like my father said, I know my children, so I gave you the freedom. I know who to give freedom, who to trust. Oh. No, Daddy. Papa, don't preach. No, sorry, excuse me, that I didn't. Madonna song. No, Daddy, you don't know. No one knows anyone. Only we know ourselves. I'm getting emotional here. At the heart of it, she explains, is a self-serving mindset. You see? Self-serving mindset at the heart of it. Yeah, like very, very selfish. Self-serving. Do this for me. Do what I tell you. Ordering around, telling people what to do. And boldly. And mothers have not found out. Like parents can't. What is this? So if I had, pyar, yeah, ishq, or, the mother, perhaps because your heart when you love someone, right, or yourself. Do you know that you are a psychopath, Zara? No. See? Because you don't know. Because you think you're all the time right and this and that. Right? Yeah. Oh, Halloween. Happy Halloween. Belated. Oh God, if I had to boil psychopathy down, March says, it's that psychopathic individuals. It's that psychopathic individuals tend to engage in behaviors across social settings that benefit them, regardless of the consequences for others. Charm offensive, here we come. Say psychopath. No, I didn't have any charm, I think, until I met my principal. She had the charm. Say psychopath. And most people picture, so my principal did tell me, Labachari, why are you, this poor lady. She did tell you that when she read, I read psychology books, I bought many, like when I was going to therapist. She did say that when I read these psychology books, I feel that all of it, I have it. Oh. That's very scary when you love someone and you care, at least you care for someone, right? Alabijari. So I also felt. But I had neurosis after being separated from my teacher. But still, sometimes very scary. Psychosis is different. Reading about thin line. So my therapist did tell me there's a very thin line between sanity and insanity. No, this poor. Can psychopaths, they can confess to charm you even more, like, when I was reading books. No, but she really meant, no, you don't know. We don't know anyone. Even don't make me freak you out. Say psychopath, and most people picture Christian Bale in a slick suit. Blood-splattered face, axe in hand. You don't typically picture a psychopath folding laundry, complaining about slow Wi-Fi, or waiting patiently in line. I can't. It's difficult for me. At the supermarket. In reality, most are doing exactly what the rest of us are. Something utterly mundane. Because of the classic stereotypes, we often assume that if someone we care about has psychopathic traits, the only logical response is to run fast. Run the other way. So my Kuwaiti brother told me he saw someone's picture And he said, if I was you, I would run the other way. Face reading. The only logical response is to run fast before we end up under their floorboards. And let's see what they do. Are you out? You are another. Let's see what they do. So Zahra Jawad wants to experience what they do. Let's see. You'll be. That's where you are right now. Where you are. You see, under the floorboards. Let's just go with them. Test them. How far can they go? Ready? Oh, there will be no stopping. They're unstoppable until they're forced to stop. Please. How stupid can you be? I'm just shocked. The reality is far more nuanced. Psychopaths aren't inherently bad. They're not. Oh, yeah. My principal isn't. No. Mommy, I'm picking on. There's a famous saying about psychopaths that they aren't deeply malicious, but rather hold disaster lightly in each hand, says Visser. I'm not convinced they are evil. Sorry, no, yeah, so says Visser, I'm not convinced. See, now there's another. They are evil, but rather driven by their own desire. Oh, no, and quite oblivious to the feelings of the people they hurt. I mean, if this is not evil, then what is evil? So even the poor, whoever Visser doctor, oh my God, now we have this. You see, someone like me. They're not evil, no. Let's see what they are. Marsh, how far can they go? Marsh adds that while people with psychopathic traits are more likely to engage in antisocial behavior. No, they're very, very social. Maybe you're talking about narcissists. So, no, my mommy is very, very social. And that's likely to feel guilt or remorse. That doesn't automatically make them bad people. Doesn't. Especially if they're only mild. Oh, please, Spectre. On the mild, it doesn't make them evil like what? This is the beginning of evil. However, if someone close to you has a full-blown psychopathic personality disorder, it's bad news for them. And even worse for you. Okay, bad news for the psychopaths and worse for you. We call something a clinical disorder if it interferes with a person's ability to function in major life domains and or cause them significant distress. Yes, says Marsh. So, for example, getting into a relationship with someone, I tell you these, they're very level-minded, We have these psychiatrists, for example, getting into a relationship with someone who pathologically prioritizes their own interests and has no qualms about lying or manipulating to get their way. Now you see, children, stubborn, but these adults, when they grow psychopath, how we manipulate our ways. So, Amma, today I really, Amma, can I hug you or something like this? No. Sarah was like, I want to go to the Empress Market, buy the, Amma, can I have, tone changes a little bit, yeah. Of course, well, it's normal, I'm not angry or anything. But let's not make it too soft with your mother. Don't. Amma, I want a dog. Can I have 1,000 rupees? Yes, beta. Yes. Thank you. And are you not going to give me a hug? No, no, I won't give you a hug. I have to go now. I have to go. No, mother, I will not give you a hug. So, for example, getting into a relation so that you don't do this every time I deceive you or something. Ask you. Okay, so it's probably not a great idea. Has no qualms, and so, for example, getting into a relationship is probably not a great. Probably, I run the other way, Zara. No, no, Nash. How could you say that? Similarly, he was a face reader. How could you say that? You have given him the picture, look. Okay, so he looked, but, and then you don't believe him. So, mommy spirit in it. How charming do I look? Similarly, if your boss is a psychopath, how charming do I sound, you should say. Yes, yes, mommy. You may not have a great time at work. Yeah, really ticklish, mommy. According to him, this enjoy the pain that from the person that you foolish love. According to him, psychopathic managers may come across as rough, psychopathic, and tough, and be good at fighting people. But they often lack compassion and struggle to genuinely motivate others. Right? She warns the psychopathic colleagues might lead to havoc in the workplace due to their tendency towards recklessness, particularly if they're in charge of making important decisions. No, no, my principal was very dynamic. She had her emotional. However, these I can't decide. She could be the devil. These are examples from the very extreme end of the spectrum of psychopathy. Meaning, when it comes to milder forms of psychopathy or near psychopathy, some traits can actually be beneficial. Right? Born for the boardroom or born for being a star or leader, principal, teacher, whatnot. Singer. Haim explains that some people with mild psychopathy perform quite well in society. That's why they go on. That's why Zara's art can't go on now. They go on, I can't go on. I'm a burden. UAE has to pay for me. My living and all. Because of their ruthlessness and their callousness. Because they don't tend to worry much, and because they engage in risk-taking behaviors that can be functional at times for a high-functioning group called successful psychopaths. Their selfishness, boldness, telling me, and impulsiveness don't lead them to jail, but to flourishing careers. Flourishing. Oh boy, no way. I'm not working. This includes scientists too. Scientists too. Such as James Fallon, professor of neuroscience at the University of California, Irvine, UCI. For years, Fallon studied the brains of serial killers, mapping the neurological, how ironic, right? Neurological patterns that define psychopathy. But what he didn't realize was that he shared many of those same traits himself. He didn't realize that. Himself, he shared. Oh my God. It wasn't until much later in his research that he was actually diagnosed. You can actually diagnose a psychopath, psychologist can, as a psychopath or a psychiatrist. Test is here. Take the test. Felon openly admitted to lying all the time, but saw himself as a pro-social psychopath. Pro-social. Someone who could recognize and manage his darker impulses. खुदा का खौफ नहीं है तुम लोगों को? You have... Miss Disa told my friend. You have no fear of God. You see, Miss Disa, in Karachi, we have friends who can give their lives and they don't mind being getting themselves into these embarrassing, insulting situations where, for the friend's heart. I wish to hear Miss Disa's voice. Allah, I can't wait until tomorrow. If I can beat myself, I've won, he explained. When Fallon died in 2023, he was, oh my God, surrounded by his family. Those closest to him remembered not the traits he wrestled with. But the person he chose to be. So we can choose. Okay, there's light and darkness. So even if I am a psychopath, see, let's give, you never know. I don't know who I am. But those trying, those choosing not to be, wrestling, that's really great. This is in the nature. It is God's fault, not theirs. You see this? How many times have I blamed God now? For my teacher, my childhood, me, I blame God. Now for this, I blame God. You see what God has given 2 times. Then his obituary praised his sharp sense of humor, his strong bond with his children. It's amazing. And grandchildren. I noted that. Well, my mummy my principal was affectionate. Grandchildren think they haven't had a dadi, paternal grandmother like this one, my principal. Noted that his constant quest to learn and discover made him a great teacher. So you can be a great teacher. Why don't... Indians and all, if you want to change. Like, choose, struggle. Successful psychopathy research has often singled out certain sectors, such as big business, finance, politics, or high-powered roles like CEO, as is especially suited. That's why I shouldn't be there at all. I don't want to be there. Allah, UAE. I had enough with my life. I just retired. 6 years of separation with Miss Disa. Now, no utopia. No, like that I wished for. But, so, Allah, the poor UAE, the burden they're taking. You see this every month. For how many years now? लूटे कोई मन का नगर बन के अबू धाबी का बर्डन लूटे कोई अबू धाबी को बन के इमारती राती. Psychopathic traits. In our culture, yes, you're a good manipulator, calculating. A 2019 paper even suggested that psychopathic traits were synonymous. I pronounced it, did it, with corporate leadership qualities. Especially superficial charm, cool decisiveness, and inflated self-worth. Freak out. The chic. The chic. Say freak. Ah, if mommy wasn't in my being, or I'm just copying her. I'm a psychopath. Oh, this wonderful. We enjoy life together. Empath with a psychopath like my principal. It's so good. So good. She took away all my pain. She made me strong. And now I can face these monsters. Oh, sorry, they're not mine. No, these are mild ones. Leadership, corporate. I'm not going in the corporate world, neither am I going to work. So where shall I work? You can't work anywhere. Finance, politics, business. What's that शराबी डैडी ने कहा कि एक आंख से आंसू लेफ्ट जहरा बिजनेस मेरी बेटी बिजनेस वुमन नहीं बन सकेगी इमारत जो मैं बनाऊं बल्कि मेरा पिक्चर भी आया ओपेक के साथ मैं मीटिंग कर रहा था मेरी बेटी बिजनेस वुमन नहीं बन सकती माई डॉटर कैन नॉट बी अ बिजनेस वुमन Okay, so what shall I do now? See, why are you selfish, thinking of yourself? No, what shall we do? No, this is your manipulation. I don't know, I don't trust myself. So, okay, but when it gets to pain, maybe the psychopath is in pain, and so she started to feel terrible. I don't want anyone to suffer like I've suffered, or even worse, or less. In fact, this I can't say it properly. The research found that job advertisements for high-ranking positions in the public sector tended to be written as if seeking out people with psychopathic traits. It's not like, Daddy, I can't. No, I don't want to. I can't work here, Mummy. That's why Mummy said, right, Principal. The reason why you didn't get this job, if you had gotten this mobile link with the teacher's daughter, you would have become hard because you have to be hard in a world outside where you're working at your workplace. No, but Mommy, you never became hard. Oh, she had to. But she was a mother, and at the same time she was Iron Lady. But she was very motherly. And Sarvat Bozai, the council member there, gave her this poem I read out for her reinstatement first. You bring the best out of us, Mummy. Principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. Okay, I better go now. Because, so, what is this? Oh, I have to check something. So this, waiting for my brother to come. So yeah, I have to go because my brother's going to come now. Yeah, he's typing. What's up? Okay, thank you very much for your time. I'll continue later after. He might be coming here. It's 10, 11, maybe like that. Okay, thank you for your time. I wish you, what shall I wish? I don't like, but I have to wish. Oh, okay, I have to go now. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I'm sorry it's leaving like